Welcome back to the Southeastern Sports Report presented by State Farm. I want to thank Athletics Director Bart Belash for stopping by and spending some time with us here at the Southeastern Intercollegiate here at Carter Plantation as we broke down all that's going on in Southeastern athletics. We're going to start the show this week with our action as we take a look at men's basketball team who celebrated Senior Day and then went on to the Southland Conference Tournament. Here's the action.
It was Senior Day at the University Center as Southeastern hosted Lamar in the regular season finale for both teams. Prior to the ball game, Southeastern recognized its 4 senior members. Also student assistant Tim Henderson, who was with the Lion program for 3 years. Jan Petrovic, the senior from Nova Gorica, Slovenia, playing in his final game at home as a Lion. Todd Nelson, senior from Brandon, Mississippi. Nelson would have a big game for the Lions in his final home appearance at Southeastern. Roe Johnson, the senior out of Norco, one of the top 10 rebounders in Southeastern history. As a large contingent of the Johnson family making their way to the University Center for Roe's final home game. And then Brandon Fortenberry, the 5th-year senior from Picayune, Mississippi. Fortenberry firmly etching his name in the Southeastern record books in games played, scoring, assists, steals, three-pointers made, free throws made. The Lions would look for their 6th 10-win season in conference play since 1995-96, and early on, it was Johnson working on Lamar Stan Brown. Kiss off the glass is good. Jeffrey Ricard, the junior from Plaquemine, getting hot near the end of the season. He would score 16 points in his final home game of the season. And then Fortenberry gets the screen, step back, puts in a bucket. He would finish with 26 points in his final home game as a Lion. And then Ricard would drive the lane. Off-balance jumper is good. Southeastern would take a 35-28 lead at halftime. And then Evans, the junior from Dallas, Texas, he launches a 3. One of his 2 threes in the ball game. He would finish with 10. Southeastern would make 7 threes in the contest. As Todd Nelson, one of his 2 threes, Nelson would finish with 9 points in 17 minutes. And then Fortenberry would find Evans on the inbounds pass. Evans, he would launch a 3. Evans playing 36 minutes in the contest. And then Fortenberry would drive baseline. Gets the putback good. Fortenberry would finish 7 of 13 from the floor, 10 of 11 from the free throw line. Southeastern would go ahead and defeat Lamar 86-72 in the season finale. Brandon Fortenberry would finish with 26 points for Southeastern, while Jeffrey Ricard had 16, Dre Evans with 10. The win secured a number 4 seed for Southeastern in the Southland Conference Tournament, where the Lions would finish at 10-8, their 6th 10-win season in conference play since 1995-96, and the 3rd time under head coach Jim Yarbrough. Southeastern in the Southland Conference Tournament playing without Roe Johnson, who suffered a knee injury in the season finale against Lamar. But early on, Roger Woods will find Jeffrey Ricard slashing down the lane, puts the layup good. Southeastern with an early lead. Brandon Fortenberry finding Ricard left side. Ricard showing good range late in the season from beyond the arc. And then a nice drive by Dre Evans. Layup with the right hand was good. Evans finishing with 17 in the ballgame, one of 5 Lions in double figures. And then Brandon Fortenberry gets the screen from Jamal James. He'll launch the 3, one of 9 threes by the Lions in the ballgame. Southeastern would lead 53-36 at halftime. Fortenberry for 3 is good. Fortenberry finishing 2 of 5 from long range. And then Evans, spot-up jumper is good from the right elbow. Todd Nelson, guarded by Garrett, gets a screen. He'll launch a 3, good. Nelson, his only 3 of the ball game, he would finish with 7 points. But with the shot clock winding down, Nelson looking for something, hands off to Evans. Evans, his long 3, bounces off the rim twice, falls through. It was that kind of a night for the Lions, and the Lions would advance to take on top-ranked Stephen F. Austin in the semifinals by beating McNeese 85-65. The 85 points tied for the most by the Lions in Southland Conference tournament play. The 20-point victory against the Cowboys was their largest in tournament history. Fortenberry leading 5 players in double figures with 18 points. Dre Evans had 17. Anochi Ochi starting in place of Roe Johnson, finishing with 15 points and a career-high 8 rebounds. Jeffrey Ricard had 14 points and Roger Woods had 10. The Lions would advance to the semifinals for the 4th time, but unfortunately would fall as top-seeded Stephen F. Austin 68-57 the following night. The Lumberjacks built a 39-25 lead at halftime and shot 53% from the floor as Southeastern finished 19 for 47 overall at 40%. Anochi Ochi led the way for Southeastern with 12 points, where he was 4 of 5 from long range. Dre Evans had 11. Brandon Fortenberry in his final game for Southeastern, finishing with 10 points, where he was 4 of 14 from the floor, but finished as the school's 5th all-time leading scorer and one of 2 players in school history with 400 assists.
Thanks, Matt, and congratulations to Coach Jim Yarbrough and his men's basketball team making it all the way to the semifinals of the Southland Conference Tournament. We're now going to turn our attention to the women's basketball program under Coach Lori Davis-Jones as they wrapped up their season on Senior Day against Lamar.
Southeastern women's basketball program held Senior Day on Saturday against Lamar. One of the seniors being honored, senior from Chicago, Illinois, Sierra Morris, key reserve for the Lady Lions in her 2 years, along with Brandy Simmons, a 2-year starter for Southeastern. Was named to the All-Southland Conference team as a senior. Jackson, Mississippi native, was a great rebounder and scorer for Southeastern in her 2 years with the program. Lady Lions are taking on a very talented Lamar team in the final game of the 2012-13 season. Early on, Sierra Morris finds Asia Gibson for an easy jumper. Loose balls, scramble for a loose ball here, and Simone Miller takes it and takes advantage of the defense and lays it up and in for an easy score. A nice feed to Corinne Baylor from Khalees Lloyd. She scores an easy bucket. Then Miller finds Elizabeth Stiles for 3. And again, Miller creating, takes it all the way strong to the hoop and scores. Miller scored a game-high 17 points in this ball game for Southeastern. Back the other way in transition for Lamar, and an easy finish for Dominique Edwards. Then a quick layup by Asia Booker for Lamar. Simmons works it over to Stiles, and she knocks down a 15-footer. Stiles, one of 4 players in double figures with 10 points for Southeastern. Then Erica Hernandez finds Stiles from the corner. She misses, but right there for the rebound and putback is Brandy Simmons. Senior had 15 points and 11 rebounds in her final game as a Lady Lion. Asia Gibson with a quick jumper. Asia chipped in with 11 for Southeastern. Then Miller creating once again. Quick pull up from just inside the free throw line. Knocks it down. Causes Lamar to call a timeout. Up ahead with it this time, it's Hernandez to find a streaking Asia Gibson for a quick layup. Good ball movement there by Southeastern. Lady Lions ultimately fall 72-61 to Lamar. Simone Miller led Southeastern with 17 points. Senior Brandy Simmons had 15 points for Southeastern in her final game as a Lady Lion. Asia Gibson chipped in with 11 for Southeastern, who falls to 11-18, 4-14 in Southland Conference play.
Thanks, Kimler, and congratulations to Coach Lori Davis-Jones for finishing out this 2012 and 2013 season as they look forward to next year as they bring back a lot of key players for next year's club. We're now going to turn our attention to softball, who took 2 out of 3 at Houston Baptist. Here's the scoreboard.
Southeastern Louisiana freshman designated player Amber Sather hit a game-winning 3-run homer in the nightcap in the top of the 7th inning as the Lady Lions softball team opened the road portion of its Southland Conference schedule with a doubleheader sweep of Houston Baptist Saturday afternoon at Husky Field. Souther's team-high 5th home run of the season propelled Southeastern to a 4-3 win in the nightcap. The Lady Lion offense was led by the speedy tandem of freshman outfielder Katie LaCour, who was 4 for 4, and senior outfielder Michelle Douay, who was 3 for 4 in the day's second game. In the circle, junior Rachel Hellier moved to 7-0 and remained unbeaten by striking out 4 in a complete game effort.
Coach Pete Langlois and his softball staff have now moved their Southland Conference record to 4-2. Let's take a break. When we come back, we'll have a lot more for you from right here at Carter Plantation on the Southeastern Sports Report presented by State Farm.
Aaron, you're all set?
Great, thanks.
Mike, thanks for doing that discount double check. You saved us hundreds.
What was that?
The discount double check? It's when we comb through your policies to make sure that you're getting all the discounts you deserve.
No, I get that part, but you guys are doing my move.
The discount double check move?
It's my touchdown dance.
You're a dancer?
I'm a quarterback.
Oh, quarterback.
Whoa.
I'm a robot. Get out of here.
Aaron Rodgers got his. How about you?
Count on Patty Hubert in Ponchatoula for the discounts you deserve.
Hey. Who's that?
Oh, that's Rob.
When I lived in this apartment, the 49ers won the Super Bowl. I used to watch every game from this exact spot. This exact spot. I didn't know what else to do. This is my lucky seat, man. The team needs me, man.
Bud Light, for the fans who do whatever it takes.